communities. Before the coughs and sneezes start, viruses can be seen in community wastewater as an early warning sign of the spread of illnesses like COVID-19, flu, and RSV. Remember, hand washing and vaccines matter, especially during respiratory virus season. And check to see what wastewater says about respiratory illness in your community at health.mo.gov/wastewater. What's in our poop? Get the scoop.
AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. Secretary of State Marco Rubio gave senators an update on Venezuela after U.S. raid removed former President Nicolas Maduro.
It's not going to be like from one day to the next. We're going to have this thing turn around overnight. But I think we're making good and decent progress. It is the best plan, and we are certainly better off today in Venezuela than we were 4 weeks ago.
Senate Foreign Relations Committee Ranking Member Jeanne Shaheen says U.S. efforts in Venezuela have essentially traded one dictator for another.
The U.S. naval blockade around Venezuela and the raid have already cost American taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars. Outside estimates are as high as $1 billion. And yet, the Maduro regime is essentially still in power. All the same people are running the country.
Rubio says the U.S. acted to take out a major U.S. national security threat in its own hemisphere. The secretary also said he wants to see a change in the government of Cuba, but avoided saying whether the Trump administration would try to force current leaders to step down. Also in the Senate, North Carolina Republican Tom Tillis was asked about President Trump's confidence in Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem based on what's going on in Minnesota.
I don't have any confidence. Look, we're about to map out the something I've tried to work diplomatically on, but she's a complete failure on a disaster response. There's no comparison between his Homeland Security in President Trump's first term and this one. They're asleep at the switch.
The calls are getting louder from Democrats and Republicans for Noem to resign. Court records show the man who sprayed an unknown substance on Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar at a town hall in Minneapolis has a criminal history and made online posts supportive of President Trump. Amazon is closing almost all of its Amazon Go and Amazon Fresh locations in days as it narrows its focus on food delivery and its grocery chain, Whole Foods Market. This is AP News. The Westminster Kennel Club marks its 150th dog show in New York City.
Running from January 31st to February 3rd, President Donald Sturz says it's got a storied history.
There was a small group of gentlemen who had some sporting breeds who got together at the Westminster Hotel in 1876. The Westminster Hotel was down on 16th Street in Irving Place. They were kind of comparing their dogs and telling tall tales, about their dogs' prowesses, and they decided what better way to sort it all out but to let's have a competition.
He says the following year they put together a dog show called Gilmore's Gardens with about 1,200 dogs.
It was a huge success, heralded in the press. It was a big deal.
The top dog at the Westminster Dog Show will be crowned February 3rd at Madison Square Garden. Julie Walker, New York.
Sarah Mullally has been confirmed as Archbishop of Canterbury, becoming the first woman to lead the Church of England. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
Your hair's low-key giving right now.
Speaking of giving, my mom got a pic with Taylor Swift and she's low-key kind of famous now.
Okay, but my mom parallel parks with no hands. She's built different.
That's cute. My mom owns the electric co-op.
Wait, what? Like she owns the whole thing? That's her mom?
She a baddie.
Do you actually own the electric co-op?
Well, I'm a member, and that makes me a part owner. So are all our neighbors.
Energy Queen.
You're a member. Learn about your cooperative membership benefits at membersfirst.coop.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on most beds with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
On this Wednesday afternoon, let's take a look at the weather. My name is Stan Stevens. Glad to be along with you on this Wednesday, January 28th. We expect a lot of sunshine throughout the day. We'll top out about 35, 36 degrees, but winds out of the west will keep those wind chills pretty close to the freezing mark. We'll have winds that will become light and variable right around early evening time. Clouds will increase tonight. We'll have a low of 13 with light winds. Cloudy Thursday, then becoming sunny by the afternoon. High of 35. We will have an east wind at around 5 miles an hour. For Thursday night, cloudy, low of 9 with wind chills as low as 0. with a northeasterly wind at 5 to 10. Partly sunny come Friday, high of 22 with winds out of the north at 5 to 10, gusting to 15 to 20. Clouding up Friday night, low of 0. Sunny and cold Saturday, high of 19. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low of 2. And then sunshine on Sunday, high of 31 degrees. And it will start warming up next week in the extended forecast. We should be into the 40s. Currently here at KSMO, 31 degrees, sunny skies, winds out of the west at 5. Our wind chill 25 right now, and KSMO with all that beautiful sunshine. All righty, here at your hometown radio station, now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Livestock Report. Next, brought to you as a courtesy of all of us here at KSMO Radio. Now the Brownfield Commentary and Livestock Report on KSMO Media.
Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. This quote by philosopher George Santayana, often misattributed to Winston Churchill, is one I return to often. It reminds us that history is more than memory, it's a warning. As an agricultural journalist, I've traveled to Germany several times. Beyond the stunning countryside, what stands out is how present their history remains. Reminders of World War II are everywhere, from historical sites to unexploded bombs still found during construction. In cities like Berlin, Frankfurt, and Dusseldorf, excavations still occur so experts can safely defuse them. Germany doesn't erase its past, it confronts it. Sites like former concentration camps and Nazi rally grounds are maintained as lasting lessons. The discomfort is deliberate. It demands reflection, not denial. Here in America, we also have painful history. Slavery, the Trail of Tears, the Chinese Exclusion Act, Japanese internment camps, and ongoing discrimination. Yet acknowledging these truths is the first step toward healing. What troubles me today is the lack of grace we show one another. Honest debate is essential to democracy, but today's divisions are toxic. Most of us want the same thing: security, opportunity, dignity. But we've allowed ourselves to be divided. We are not responsible for our ancestors' choices, but we are responsible for how we respond to them. Let history guide us toward unity, not hatred. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
This Spotlight on Soybeans is brought to you by the Missouri Soybean Association. Missouri soybean farmer Ronnie Russell is the new state executive director for Missouri's Farm Service Agency.
I'm very honored to be in this position. This one here is really exciting for me because I feel like that I can really get some hands-on help through this agency for our producers in Missouri. But now I'm on the other side of the counter. I have a much greater appreciation for the people that do work on the other side of the counter. They're passionate about what they do. They want to help the producers. They want to make sure that the programs are out there, that they're knowledgeable about those programs. That is the goal of our agencies, and that comes right down from the administration. The president's very, very, very supportive of agriculture, and as you can see by this program that's just came out, they call it the Bridge Program. It may not be everything that they're really hoping for out there in the producer land, but it's going to be helpful to them. I'm always available. Contact me anytime.
Learn more about Missouri soybeans at mosoy.org from the Missouri Soybean Association.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Ugh. Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
I'm Bill Pollock, host of Show Me Today. We talk with people sharing life across the state. Artists, farmers, chefs, scientists, and community leaders sharing stories you won't hear anywhere else. No shouting, no politics, just interesting conversations about the places and people that make Missouri the Show Me State. Download Show Me Today wherever you listen to podcasts, and listen to Show Me Today weekdays on this station.
Show Me Today.
Another slow day for direct cash cattle business and cash hogs into the day higher. Good morning, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market report. Direct cash cattle trade activity has been quiet following the light round of business that took place on Monday. Bids and asking prices didn't surface Tuesday. Significant trade volume will likely hold out until sometime Thursday or Friday. Business on Monday took place in parts of Iowa with live deals at $234 to $236 and dress business at $368. None of it was enough to establish an accurate price trend for the week. At the Beaver Livestock Auction in Oklahoma, steers weighing more than 700 pounds sold with a higher undertone, and steers weighing less than 700 pounds were met with a lower undertone. Medium and large one feeder steers 660 to 695 pounds brought $398 to $410. Feeder steers 919 to 930 pounds brought $344.50 to $345.50. Medium and large one feeder heifers 532 pounds brought $430. Box beef was lower and sharply lower with light demand for moderate offerings. Choice down 79 cents at $368.11. Select was $1.93 lower at $365.19. Estimated cattle slaughter was 112,000 head, down 2,000 on the weekend, down more than 11,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed higher with a solid negotiated run. After multiple days of sluggish business, processors got more aggressive in their procurement efforts and bid up to move needed numbers. Weather could likely continue to play a factor in business this week. Demand for pork remains a focal point. Global demand has shown some promise, but there are still some long-term uncertainties that linger. Barrows and gilts at the National Daily Direct were up $1.57 with a weighted average of 84.82. The Iowa, Minnesota, and the Western Corn Belt had no comparison, but weighted average of 85.06. Pork values closed lower, down $1.57 at 95.69. Loins, picnics, and hams were sharply lower, and estimated hog slaughter was 483,000 head, down 5,000 on the week and about even on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were mostly lower ahead of widespread direct business and Friday's inventory report from the USDA. And lean hog futures closed higher, supported by recent strength in pork values. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
This Spotlight on Soybeans is brought to you by the Missouri Soybean Association. Missouri soybean farmer Ronnie Russell is the new state executive director for Missouri's Farm Service Agency.
I'm very honored to be in this position. This one here is really exciting for me because I feel like that I can really get some hands-on help through this agency for producers in Missouri. But now I'm on the other side of the counter. I have a much greater appreciation for the people that do work on the other side of the counter. They're passionate about what they do. They want to help the producers. They want to make sure that the programs are out there, that they're knowledgeable.
It's been a Brownfield commentary and livestock report brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station, AM 1340 and FM 95.7. Now time for updated funeral announcements brought to you by Your World Today. 4 pages of news you can use in paper form and online, all courtesy of KSMO Radio. You can pick up Your World Today in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker Monday through Friday, and it is available online at ksmoradio.com. Just click on the Your World Today button. Your World Today, featuring news, sports, obituaries, and other pertinent local information, and it's absolutely free. Your World Today. Bob Dale Mathis of Springfield, formerly of Salem, passed away Monday, January 26th at the age of 88. Funeral services for Bob Mathis will be held at 1:30 Friday afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel, with visitation from noon until service time Friday at the chapel. Burial will be with full military honors in the Boss Cemetery. Memorials may be made to the Baptist Bible Fellowship International. Cards are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Bob Dale Mathis, whose funeral services will be at 1:30 Friday afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. That's our only funeral announcement to pass on to you at this time, right here on KSMO, brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Don't forget, if you have an interest in Your World Today and advertising, find out more by contacting Melba at 573-729-6117. And we also have Your World Today advertising online as well. Find out. Give her a call, 573-729-6117. 6117, or feel free to stop by 800 South Main Street right here in Salem Monday through Thursday. Your World Today. Keep it right here for a look at local news coming your way in just a moment.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free.
Good afternoon. Now time for local news. Local news being brought to you by your friends at the SBU Salem campus in Salem at 501 South Grand Street. Or call 573-729-7071. They have plenty of information about the programs and degrees. You can just stop on by and visit with them at your first convenience. That's your friends over at SBU Salem campus right here in Salem. Again, 501 Grand Street, where they offer degrees in the Nursing RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. Salem Police Department's released 2 reports that occurred in the last few days. First reports in regards to the arrest of a Salem woman on a felony arrest warrant which occurred on January 23rd. According to their report, 3 Salem police patrolmen conducted a short-term investigation into the whereabouts of a wanted fugitive. The officers responded to 300 block of East 4th Street, where they located the subject and identified her as Alexis Aguilar. Aguilar was taken into custody without incident and transported to the Denton County Jail. Aguilar had an active probation violation stemming from the original charge for the unlawful possession of a firearm and is currently being held without bond. In a second report that occurred on January 27th, a Salem Police patrolman and detective conducted a short-term investigation regarding the whereabouts of a wanted fugitive related to the prior narcotics investigation. Officers responded to the 400 block of West 9th Street, where they located the subject and identified him as David Howell. Howell was taken into custody and transported to the Denton County Jail. Howell had failed to appear in court on the charges of possession of a controlled substance and keeping or maintaining a public nuisance. Howell is currently being held without bond in the Denton County Jail. All suspects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. An accident happened Monday afternoon at 445 in Phelps County in the I-44 westbound lane near mile marker 189. According to the Highway Patrol report, a crash occurred when a 2016 Kia Sedona driven westbound by a 28-year-old adult female of Rolla traveled into the median after being side-swiped by an unknown vehicle that continued westbound on the road. The adult female suffered minor injuries and was taken to the Phelps Health EMS to the Phelps Health Hospital. She was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident. The Kia Sedona was totaled and removed by a private party. Everyone involved was wearing a seat restraint. Accident happened Tuesday at 11:05 in the evening in Phelps County on Highway RA, about a quarter mile north of Old Highway 66. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2014 Hyundai Santa Fe driven northbound by a 43-year-old male from Rolla, Missouri, struck a deer in the roadway. The Hyundai was totaled and removed from the scene by Spurgeon's Towing. The adult male suffered minor injuries and was taken by the St. James ambulance to Phelps Health. Everyone involved was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident. The person that was injured was a passenger from St. James in that vehicle. The Denton County Opioid Settlement Committee meeting will be held on Thursday at 6 at 112 East 5th Street and the Denton County Associate Courtroom, as called by Rich Leckworth. At the meeting, the tentative agenda does include the reading of the minutes from the previous meeting, reading applications that were received, taking questions and comments from applicants, approving applications for funding, setting deadlines for future applications, also setting a meeting date for future application approval, and then adjourning. The meeting will begin at 6 at the Denton County Associate Courtroom in the Judicial Building at 112 East 5th Street. That is the Denton County Opioid Settlement Committee meeting. It is open to the public Thursday at 6 in the Denton County Associate Courtroom. The Salem Memorial Hospital Foundation's Dancing with the Salem Stars was rescheduled for this Saturday at 7 o'clock at Salem High School gym. Dancers have been announced, and the couples are Shannon Wright and Bella Mutz, Tom and Sally Haynes, Seth Maples and Rosalie Wright, Carlos Lopez and April Greener, Ryan McCoy and Lane McCoy Schaefer, Luke and Hannah Heithold, Bub Parton and Lisa Godey, and Jessica and Marcelo Ricks. Information on the cost of sponsoring a table and the availability of table seats can be obtained by contacting Hannah Harris at 573-729-6626, extension 3410, or Jamie Jones, 573-247-0420. Bleacher seats are available for $10 each, or you can reserve a table seat for $20 in advance if available, or $25 at the door if any do remain. Information about Dancing with the Salem Stars is available by contacting Hannah Harris by email at hharris@smdh.net. That's HHARRIS@smdh.net, or Jamie at foreverdance@live.com. That's foreverdance@live.com. Missouri Department of Conservation is reminding hunters that portable tree stands must be removed from the conservation areas by February 1st. This applies to areas where black bear, deer, or elk hunting is allowed. These tree stands do need to be removed from the scene, and according to Wildlife Code, only the portable tree stands are allowed on conservation from September 1st to January 31st. Unattended stands must be plainly labeled on a durable material with a full name and address or conservation number of the owner, and also must be removed from the area before February 1st. No nails, screw-in steps, or any material or method that would damage a tree is prohibited. Any tree stand found on the conservation areas after February 1st may be removed and seized as evidence by conservation agents until an owner can be determined or a court order for its disposition will be obtained. And the Missouri Department of Transportation postponed road closures for core sampling on Phelps County Route HH over Spring Creek. Originally, that was scheduled to begin last week, but now has been removed from the schedule until February the 9th. The road will be closed at the Spring Creek Bridge between 7 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon, Monday through Thursday, again beginning February the 9th. Crews are expected to complete all course sampling by February 19th. Message boards will be given to drivers to give them notice of the alternative routes. Core drilling allows for detailed examination of roadway layers and supporting geology below the roadway surface. By studying the samples, the project team can make more informed decisions on designs and material elements for the bridge project. All work is weather permitted and is subject to change without notice. These dates could change, again, due to upcoming weather. The Missouri State Highway Patrol released the statistics from this past weekend's winter storm. According to the report, 1,437 calls for service were heard and assisted 289 stranded motorists to the patrol. They also responded to 207 minor crashes that resulted in 30 injuries. Patrol did say there was one fatality crash, but it was not related to the weather. More after this.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Get ready to bid on the heavy equipment and vehicles you need in Ritchie Brothers Midwest Regional Event happening February 10th to 12th. Inventory is at Ritchie Brothers locations in Columbus, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Kansas City, and Lincoln, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of excavators, loaders, dump trucks, and truck tractors. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Columbus to sign up. That's rbauction.com/Columbus.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wynn. Town & Country Bank makes it easy with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Hit the trail, make a splash, or enjoy a beautiful sunset. Town & Country Bank can help you finance that beautiful acreage you've always wanted. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank, smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 899641.
Taking a look at local sports news right here at KSMO Media, 1340 AM, 95.7 FM, and streaming at KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. The Licking JV basketball tournament at the Salem JV Boys Basketball Tigers were entered into has been canceled, and there'll be no rescheduled date. Our Salem Lady Basketball Tigers get back into action when they host Stoutland. That'll be tomorrow afternoon at 5:30 of the JV game. The varsity matchup will follow. We'll have the varsity matchup on KSMO Media, starting with Tiger Talk coach Cody Woody. Again, Salem Lady Basketball Tigers will take on Stoutland Thursday, 5:30 with the JV game, the varsity matchup to follow. You can hear the varsity match on KSMO AM 1340 and FM 95.7 or video stream it at KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. The Missouri Tigers lost last night, and the Blues fell to Dallas. You'll hear more about that coming up right now on Statewide News from the Missouri Net.
Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The St. Louis Billikens keep rolling now, 14 wins in a row.
Thames on the move. Thames to Robbie for three. Yes! With 3 seconds.
FanDuel Sports Network, Robbie Avila scored a season-high 22 points and buried the go-ahead 3 with 3 seconds left as the 21st-ranked Billikens knocked off George Washington 79-76 at Chaffetz Arena. And Robbie says, man, I'm the go-to guy.
I've worked hard, throughout my entire career. I felt like I've been, the guy to go to, whether it's not even the person just always scoring, but, making a decision, playing at the end of the game like that. I think I've made, countless of, big plays like that, game winners, last second shots, kind of things like that. And so, I'm comfortable in the situation.
St. Louis rallied from 15 down to improve to 20-1 and a perfect 8-0 in the A10. Up next, the Billikens host Dayton Friday night, going for their 15th straight win. It was a rough night for Mizzou, outclassed in Tuscaloosa, losing 90-64 against 23rd-ranked Alabama. Mizzou couldn't contain the Tide on the perimeter.
Scorching hot shooting performance, going 15 for 39 from the 3. Weiss, who definitely made a difference with his 7 for 10 in that direction. We're not able to win a game when you go 8 for 23 from the free throw line and obviously 4 for 21.
Yeah, Latrell Wrightsell, 21 points, all of them from three-point range. And Mizzou just 19% shooting on threes, 8 for 23 at the foul line. Mizzou has lost 4 of their last 6. They'll host Mississippi State on Saturday. The Blues erased a 3-goal deficit in the third, getting 2 goals from Braden Shen and Robbie Fabry's first goal in nearly a year. But Thomas Hartley scored with just over a minute left. The Blues dropped their 5th straight, losing to Dallas 4-3. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager fell victim to fake pills. Smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Where are these pills coming from, and how are kids getting them? Right from under our noses, crooks are targeting kids on social media and selling them counterfeit pills that could seal their fate with a click of a button. It may seem harmless, maybe it doesn't even seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. So before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal? Listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found Good RX. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's Good RX, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA Feed.
We are MFA.
Forecast for the rest of the day does call for plenty of sunshine to be with us all throughout the daylight hours. By tonight, some clouds will roll in. We'll top out today. Well, we should top out today about 35, 38 degrees. But winds out of the west will affect that temperature, feels like temperature, and we should have winds that die down by evening hours. We will have increasing clouds come tonight, though, with a low of 13 with light winds. Cloudy on Thursday early, becoming sunny late, high of 35. We will have east winds at 5 to 8 miles an hour. It'll be cloudy Thursday night, low of 9. Wind chill values could get as low as -1 with a northeasterly breeze at 5 to 8 miles an hour. Partly sunny Friday, high of 22 with winds out of the north 5 to 10. Gusting to 15 to 20. Cloudy Friday night, low of 0. Saturday, sunny and cold, high of 19. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low of 2. And more sunshine on Sunday, high of 31. Then next week, on Monday and Tuesday, we should get above that freezing mark with highs closer to 40 degrees. Currently here at KSMO Radio, almost 32 degrees with sunny skies, west winds still coming at us at about 5 to 6 miles an hour, putting our wind chill right now at 26 degrees here at KSMO Radio. Stick around, we've got some statewide news on the way from the Missouri Net. A great afternoon of crossover music waiting for you as well, all right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. Thanks for being along.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. The State of the Judiciary address has been canceled at the Missouri Capitol. Elisa Nelson reports.
After last week's Supreme Court ruling striking down legislation about election ballot wording and the appeal power of the Attorney General,
state lawmakers are debating a bill which would restore the Secretary of State's subpoena power for election fraud cases. Franklin County Republican Representative Brad Banderman is sponsoring the bill
to create a transparent legal process within our state.
Boone County Democrat David Tyson Smith says the political climate is too charged and subpoena power is too subjective to restore it. The Kansas City Royals have apparently failed to meet a deadline to get a stadium proposal on the Clay County, Kansas ballot by this April. KMBC TV reports the Royals have also recently turned down another stadium proposal in Kansas. A downtown Kansas City, Missouri ballpark is still a possibility. Missouri Net News.
Cats are masters at using up their 9 lives, like chasing laser pointers into walls or jumping onto high shelves. But the one thing cats never do, text while driving. So be like a cat and protect your one and only life. Don't text and drive.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Your phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey, I got you something.
What's this?
Just a little Galentine's gift from Jewelry Television.
JTV, I love their jewelry. I had my eye on this pearl bracelet on JTV.com. Plus, I love their colored gemstone jewelry. And oh, have you seen their gold?
Right now, take up to 70% off select jewelry and gifts at JTV.com.
You are not going to believe their gemstones and their artisan collections. Gorgeous.
Are you going to open your gift?
It's the pearl bracelet.
Visit JTV.com.
In a world where everything is digital, your payments should be too. Time is precious. Digital payments provide a quick and simple way to make secure purchases. The Bank of Salem recognizes the need for digital payment convenience and is excited for you to enjoy a new way to pay. We now support Apple Pay, Google Pay, Fitbit, Garmin, and MasterPass. To enroll, call or stop by either Bank of Salem location today and let us help make your shopping experience easier. Message and data rates may apply. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Terrell Complete Auto Care in Salem can take care of all of your automotive and diesel repair needs. Terrell Complete Auto Care has these specials every week. Tuesday is Ladies' Day, and on Wednesday it's Seniors' Day, where you can get $2 off of your oil change. They also offer free delivery and pickup in the city limits. So for all of your automotive repair needs, the place to go is Terrell Complete Auto Care at 307 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
The station with the better mix. KSMO Salem.
Let me tell you about some new specials in the deli at Country Mart. They now have fresh, made daily sandwiches with premium meats and cheese. Made with Portofino bread for $4.99. Delicious soups for $3.99. Or you can enjoy soup and a grilled deli sandwich for $7.99. Country Mart still offers their daily specials and the everyday shrimp and fries meal. Stop by Country Mart today or online at tcmarkets.com.
This is a notice from the Dent County Soil and Water Conservation District. An election is being held for board supervisors from February 1st through the 20th. In Territory 2, serving Norman, Spring Creek, and Short Bend Townships. The qualified candidate being considered is Drew Johnson of Norman Township. In Territory 4, serving Gladden, Franklin, and Current Townships. The qualified candidate being considered is Katie Steelman of Franklin Township. Ballots are available online at mosoilandwater.land/Dent. Vote in person between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. at 1012 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Look at that forecast on this Wednesday afternoon. We do have plenty of sunshine, and that will stay with us all the way through the afternoon. And then by tonight, some clouds will start to roll in. We'll talk about between 35 and 38 degrees. We will have a little bit of a westerly breeze, but that'll die down by tonight. Then for later tonight, we'll have a low of 13 with clouds on the increase, with winds light and variable. Cloudy skies on Thursday morning, becoming mostly sunny by the afternoon, and a high of 35. Winds will be out of the east at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Clouds will roll back in on Thursday night. We will have a low of 9. Wind chill values could get as low as 0 with a northeasterly breeze 5 to 10. Partly sunny is expected on Friday, and we'll have a high of 22 degrees with northerly winds 5 to 10, gusting at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Clouds will come back in the area Friday night. We'll have a low of near 0. Sunny and cold Saturday, high of 19. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low of 2. And then sunny on Sunday with a high of 31. And then on Monday and Tuesday of next week, we expect plenty of sunshine and a high of near 40 degrees. Currently at KSMO Radio with plenty of sunshine, 33 degrees, winds out of the west at 6 with a wind chill of 26 degrees. Again, beautiful blue skies here in Dent County. And now look at weather brought to you by your friends over at Philmart right here in Salem. You know you can always stop by and fill your tank up with that quality Marathon gas 24/7. Yep, if you don't have to go inside the store, you don't even need to go in and pay. You can pay right there at the pump with your credit card or your gas card, or it doesn't matter if you have even a gift card, whatever it might be, you can do that. Or if you do want to come by during the time that the convenient covered drive-thru window is open, they'll be more than happy to serve you in there too. You've got diesel, ethanol-free premium, and regular unleaded gas. Fill up at your convenience at Philmart in Salem at the corner of Highway 19 in Franklin. Open every day, 7 days a week.
Philmart is now your neighborhood marathon station. New look, same family. Proudly owned by the Salyer family for over 25 years, they're more than just gas. From propane bottle fills to ice-cold beverages, they've got what you need, fast and friendly. Enjoy competitive prices and the convenience of their covered drive-thru window, rain or shine. Philmart, where service, convenience, and community all come together. Stop by today, right where you've always found them, at 500 South Main Street here in Salem.